Hello and welcome, ladies and gents, back to the channel. I am your host, Mr.Notion, and today we are checking out the casting of Frank Stone Part 1. So we were supposed to have done this yesterday, but for any of you that have watched the latest Wukong video / stream, we had a bit of an issue yesterday and there was a bit of a fiasco. In that, this game was supposed to come out first thing, and it actually came out at 5 PM British Standard Time. At that time I was working until 8 PM and then I had commitments after work, so I couldn't get this in yesterday as planned. However, we took full advantage of the 2 hours that I had free and we did some more Wukong. But here we are, the long anticipated casting of Frank Stone. So this is meant to be, as you can see on the screen, based within the world of Dead by Daylight. I don't know if it's an origin story of one of the killers or the characters or something like that, but either way, it lends itself to the same sort of games as Until Dawn, Little Hope, Man of Medan, and it's published by Supermassive Games, which are, if I'm honest, one of my all-time favourite publishers. They do fantastic cinematic games, and by cinematic I mean there's no like combat really, it's more quick time events, decision making, great cinematography, great acting, good stories, and it's rooted at its horror roots, if that makes sense. It's all about the horror. This one, I don't have a clue about the story. I'm sure we're going to get an idea. Left image is barely visible. I can't even see that. Let's do 90. How does that look? Pretty good. Cutting room floor unlocked. Using the cutting room floor to see your current path through the story, you can jump to previously played points in the story to change outcomes. Unlock different branches and find collectibles you may have missed. That's pretty cool. Plunderer's Instinct unlocked. You'll be able to use the Plunderer's Instinct when in close range to a collectible trinket. When activated, the aura of the collectible is revealed. That's pretty good. Connect with Twitch as well. Motion blurs off. Set the brightness. Standard costumes. We've got alternate costumes unlocked already as well. I'm gonna set it to home cinema. Minimal with subtitles only. Yeah. I recommend that you guys have some really good 3D audio or Dolby Atmos enabled headphones on. They tend to be really good in these games. So straight away we've got a die alone or die together option. So with these games, you can either do them in online co-op, so you can link into someone else that owns the game, or you can do it in local couch co-op play as well, which is pretty cool, in that you just switch the controller normally, or on some of the games you can assign controllers and characters to certain people. So it's really, really good to just sit down with your friends, family and loved ones and just have a great time and just enjoy it, because in essence it is just a movie that's within a game, and you make critical decisions and dialogue choices which can then have almost like a butterfly effect, and it can impact what happens to certain characters, what happens in the story, whether they live, whether they die, all that sort of thing, and it branches off into different things. So some people can die as a result, some people can live, and there's different endings depending on the choices you make at key points as well, which is pretty cool. It does make it feel like the story is unique to you because you're picking what happens, and there's also options there to go back and replay and see what would happen if you were to select something or say something differently. So I really enjoy these games. There's loads and loads of them that I've done on the channel. Take your pick and pick your poison, basically. There's absolutely tons on there for you to have a look at. You will not escape torment, but you may survive. You will witness suffering, but survival is expected. Leave behind all hope. We're just going to go survivor. That's what we're going to do. So yeah, we're going to get the first hour and a half in on this one. Every choice made, every action. Some will live, some will save. Death. But
I've sacrificed everything searching for it.
we've unlocked the cutting room floor as they showed us, so
A world within a story.
we could cheat a little bit and
whispered
go
to
back
me
and amend it if we wanted
centuries
to.
ago. Of a timeless power, infinite in knowledge, voracious in hunger. The entity. A realm so close to ours, but always out
So
of
that's Dead by
reach.
Daylight, for those of you that have played it.
Until I found him. Frank Stone. My key. My killer.
So Frank Stone must be one of the killers.
I am Augustine Lieber. And I'm about to change our worlds forever.
Ooh, we got the Gremlin of the Entity. So as you know from Dead by Daylight, the Entity is the crab-like demon thing that comes out when you put people on hooks. So, in some way, shape or form, that's going to be linked. Hinted at a multiverse type thing potentially as well there at the beginning. Watch your back, sir. Is that our guy Frank? I'd love a Hills Have Eyes game. You know how freaky that film is, and it's actually based on true events, believe it or not. I would love a Hills Have Eyes game. In this sort of format where you've got to escape. Maybe even some players play as like the family or the cannibals. It'd just be really cool. Love myself a good horror game as well. So I've been looking forward to this one. Hopefully it delivers. This looks like a Dead by Daylight map. From missing infant continues. Ooh. There we go. Cedar Steel Court. The Burning Mall. This looks like a film. Graphics never disappointing in these games. Let's just hope the gameplay and story holds together as well. It's the police.
I'm assuming you're the night watchman here.
I am.
Or just you? Covering the entire site?
Oh, no. I got help.
Where are they now? On
Frank?
duty?
Of a manner. Merlin just goes where he pleases.
Merlin.
The wizard.
My dog. Dope him and pinch her. Best friend a fella could ask for. Loyal to the seventh horn sounds. Trust him more than I trust myself.
He's asking a few questions, you and the dog.
I need to ask you a few questions.
I'm yours to dispose of.
Can I have your name?
Thomas Jefferson Hope. Call me Tom.
Officer Sam Green. Tom, I want to talk to you about...
I know it about. That missing boy, right?
That's right.
You think he could be missing here?
This mill looks a big place.
Biggest in all Cedar Hills. But that don't make no difference. Ain't no funny business going on around here. Not undermining Merlin's noses.
Sounds like a lot of ground to cover.
You sound confident.
And rightly so.
Can I check your records?
My records.
The logbook, visitors to the mill, out-of-hour
He didn't
shifts.
keep any of that sort of
thing.
stuff.
Right. Well, gotta be here someplace.
He didn't
that
keep
it?
that kind of records.
It's okay. Allow me.
Ooh, what we found?
I see.
Noticed anything suspicious? Someone's been faking the entries.
Someone's been faking the entries.
No. Who?
I'm guessing you, Tom.
Me?
Well,
The
maybe
fuck?
your partner Merlin helps you. Sounds like he's expected to pick up all your slack.
It ain't like that. I don't do it for me. I just gotta cover for some of them other fellas now and then. Ones who won't sign in or out.
Got any names for me?
What is it now? Hank, maybe? Oh, no.
Hank.
Fred something. Yeah, that's it. Fred something.
Come on, Tom.
You're talking noise.
I'm sorry, Sam. I don't remember.
Alcohol does tend to impair the memory.
That what you come out here for? To give a veteran a hard time about his medicinal practices?
No. I'm here because a child is missing. And every minute wasted is another chance gone to find him.
Boy, you ain't gonna find him here. I'd know it in my bones if that boy were within a mile of this mill.
I'd like to take a look around.
All the same, I'd like to take a look around.
You wanna do my job for me? Be my guest.
Well, yeah, I would, because you don't seem to be logging anything.
Thank you for your help, Tom.
Happy to oblige.
I'm so dead. Lure him in. Here we go. Prologue. We can, what does that say? Looks like the map off of Call of Duty. Rust or whatever it is. Wonder if the guy actually knows that the killer's in the sawmill. Oh, we're in, damn. Look how good these graphics are. I just want to check that I've got the thing on. Yeah, I'd rather hold the button, to be fair. Skill checks pressing the wrong button will still fail the skill check. Combat timers on, subtitles default. So is that... I'm guessing the collectible thing is on automatically. We're in 1963. Apparently. Would you go through that on your own? I don't think I would. I suppose back then you wouldn't think for a second there's a killer, would you? Just gonna have a little look around and see what's what. Might get the odd cat jump out, but... Plunderers... Ah, okay. Cause I let you in so long. Nothing over this way before we go through the hole in the gate. No. I was gonna say L1's got to be a quick move. Oh shit, dog's gone missing now. Merlin. Where are you, sir? Iridescent king. She promised to take away my pain, take away my nightmares. Trinket found. Okay. I don't know. So, what's the way? Back out. Just waiting for a jump scare. Hopefully they've got some good horror elements in this, because sometimes they're a little bit more cinematic than they are horror. But some of them have got some real good jump scares. Absolutely love Until Dawn. Probably one of my favourites. And House of Ashes was really good as well. What way have we got to go?
An open window. I can get in through there.
Where? Did you hear that? Oh my god. Can we climb this? Nope. Where's the open window? Am I being stupid? It's over there. I am being stupid. Let's climb up. The rats.
Easy does it.
Search for the missing child. I don't want to. It's eerie as hell. Perfect place to have something like this, though, in terms of game setting, is a sawmill. That is one thing about horror games. You're never going to run out of places to have it. Nope. That clock. It's freaking me out. What does that say? You will not be able to return to the area. Employee's personal record, 4th of Feb, TEFA. Frank Stone. Machinist, singer, something, Cedar Hills. 1 charge of assault, robbery. Early release, sum up 5 dreams, habilitation, sponsored and main contact, doctor something. So they hired a nutter, basically. A male employee got his job thanks to an endorsement from a Dr. Lieber. Or Lieber, one of them. Friday the 13th, always is. Frank Stone's on there. Move Dawkins and Stone off graveyard to pick up slack. No use running 3 crews with half the manpower. Some fella's going to have to double up shifts. Told the Lumpkin out front no one's working nights for a while. The Lumpkin. Is that appropriate language for the time? Probably. Lumpkin. Straight away, why would you have a barricaded door in there? There's an abandoned sawmill not far from where I live, and it's absolutely freaky as you like. Never actually been in it, obviously, but it's
Locked.
it's a bit juicy.
That's hardcore.
The harshest flame yields the hardest steel. Very good, very good. It's almost like a Marines quote.
Hello? Anyone here? It's police.
He's so dead. So dead it's not even close. Yeah, fucker. Shit my pants. There's the first jump scare. Should have seen that coming really, but there you go. And I'll measure in the summer.
Who's there?
That sounds like bodies. Not that I know what that sounds like, but you know, the squelching. What are you doing, please?
Ugh, smells like death.
Because it is. I'm just gonna turn one of these corners. I'm gonna get chopped up. Oh, Frank. Are you there, Frank?
Hey, mister.
That's Officer Green.
Sure. You haven't seen Merlin, have you?
No, sorry. Ugh.
You alright there?
Ugh.
Stinks.
Yeah, it's just... Jesus, you don't smell that?
Smell what?
Sniffer's out of commission. Got a little too up close and personal with a can of mustard gas back in the trenches.
Ah.
It can be a blessing in disguise.
Ugh. Gotta find out where it's coming from.
What's it smell like?
Ass.
Nothing good.
Why is that noise? Oh, the dog's eating.
Merlin! There you are, boy. We wondered where you got to.
Dog's possessed, kill it.
Come here, boy. Dang it!
Also, what's he eating?
Sure would have liked it if you two made proper acquaintance.
Ugh. God damn it.
What is that? It's like human skin. Oh.
You put this out for him?
No.
It looks like someone else has found his way to your boy's heart. Through his stomach.
It ain't possible. Merlin and me, we're a team. Who'd want to come between a man and his best friend? What's that?
He's playing
Some
dumb.
kind
I think
of
he's.
wiener meat?
There's more to this than he's letting on. Oh, is it here? Someone's here. Oh. Tasty.
Will you look at that? That damn dog?
You're not gonna be phased at all that we've just found an ear.
Think that belongs to the boy you're looking for?
Oh, I hope not. There's no proof it does. It came from someone else.
Nah. Came from someone much older. A teenager, maybe.
Jesus, married a milkmaid.
Hey, you know about any other folks going missing in Cedar Hills lately?
I don't know. Who would know a thing like that?
You?
Well, somebody does.
And what's bringing him to the mill? Do you know what I mean? There must be... Stop following me, please, sir. You're putting me on edge. Did we come this way? I don't like this guy. He's just sniffing about like a weirdo. Pick up the pace a bit, get rid of him. Just jog away from him. He's doing the slow Terminator walk as well. Ooh, what was that? Trinkets.
What was that sound?
What was that noise?
Stay behind me.
I won't want him behind me. I tell him, go on, you have a little look in front and I'll protect you. Because I got the gun.
So, what is this thing?
The grate?
Yeah, what is it for?
It's, for the furnace, I think.
You don't know for sure?
Yeah, I work at the mill, not in the mill.
Nah. I don't buy it at all. Find something to pry it open. Something in there, maybe? Here we go. Got a wrench.
Gotcha.
Or whatever that is, crowbar. Oh, did you like the noise? Can be kept and used later. Got that ding. That's a Dead by Daylight noise. I hope they do more games like this. It's a really clever idea that it's set in the Dead by Daylight universe. Can you imagine one that's set in like the Resident Evil universe? I know it's been done to death, Resident Evil, but just in terms of like a horror theme. Send him down there. Go on, mate. Earn your keep. Get down there.
All right. Take this. Use the radio in my car and call the station.
Where are you going? You really think that boy's down there?
I don't know. I got a feeling, and it's not a good feeling.
He ain't gonna call the cops, is he?
I'm gonna need you to take this too.
Don't trust him.
Make sure the sheriff gets this.
Yeah, he won't.
Oh boy, I don't know.
He'll give it to his dog as a pork scratching.
I need your help here, Tom. I wouldn't ask if I didn't.
I just don't know if I'm made of the stuff, buddy.
They don't call it a higher calling for nothing. You gotta rise to meet it.
Gotta rise to the top.
You can do this.
Yeah. I can do this.
Hey. I'm counting on you, Tom Hope.
Tom Holt. Wasn't his name on the manifesto? Put your faith in Tom. Fate's changed. Maybe I shouldn't have done it. He's gonna mess me over, I know he is. He is not coming out of there. Excuse me. Not in one piece and not alive. See, he's already fallen off the ladder, God's sake. Shit. Find a way to the furnace chamber. Oh, my hat
Damn
back.
it.
Oh. Do you want your hat back? Okay. Cause I met you in the summer. What's this? Another trinket. I know what it is to believe. Through the forest the path is clear and the fire waits for me. 2 of 12 trinkets found. Who's that fire waiting for me? Who's that fire waiting for me?
Damn. It's a maze down here.
I can hear someone walking. Did you guys hear that? Wonder if you're supposed to like run away from the killer as well, like in actual real time, like in Dead by Daylight, versus just playing along to how the game plays out. Do you know what I mean? That'd be pretty cool. What does that say? Someone is engaged in strange rituals in the hidden areas of the... There we go. There we go. Let the games begin. It's always a frickin' cult. Always. Like, look, there's nothing down there. I looked, never mind. Here's what it is. We tried.
This has got to be it. This place turns my stomach.
Can you hear that? Ugh. The hillbilly.
Get weirder and weirder down
Twisted
here.
man turned monster. That's one of the killers from Dead by Daylight. That's so cool.
Goddamn small spaces.
It ain't the small spaces you need to worry about, mate. You're about to get absolutely shredded and turned into a handbag. That's what you need to worry about. What's this? It's like a piece of a mask.
My God.
Or a saw blade. Mine got. Hey, nice. It's got the same mechanics. Did you know when you do like the repairing of the generators? And you have to stop it within the skill zone? I wonder if we failed that, whether we would have been hurt or alerted whatever killers in this area. If that's the case, that is amazing. I really hope they've weaved like the mechanics almost of Dead by Daylight into this game. So you've got kind of like an Until Dawn mixed with Dead by Daylight. So you've got to escape the map. Killer's chasing you. You've got the entity there. If you get caught, the killer puts you on the hook. That would be epic if they've done it like that. It's very clever as well. Really good idea to do. Dead by Daylight's been smashing it. I mean, all their content that they've updated is really good. New maps, new killers, characters all the time.
This is hellish. Son of a fuck.
Oh my god.
Crip. Shit.
Oh dear. Call back up now. There he is! Ramp or ladder? I'd like to go to the ramp first so I can run away if I need to. Oh! Shit. That was close. That was close. And he donked me on the head. There's Frank. My man Frank. Whoa. There he is. Let's go. Mash it up.
Stop!
Shoot him in the balls. Grab his lunchbox. Mouth. Oh no, I missed it. I'm so dead. I am so dead. Whoa. On the hook. No way. Sort of on a hook. Pull yourself off. Pull yourself off. Oh. You freed yourself from the pipe. Someone else out there. Save the baby. I don't think there's a baby in there. I think it's empty. Shoot his ass. I don't reckon there's anything in there. Nice. Ooh, nice. Wow. You shot Frank Stone and saved the child. Yeah.
Sleep tight, motherfucker.
Yes. Then I die. Is that the entity? Sounds like it is. It is. That's the entity. Damn. Should I dream about it? What an intro. What an intro. Never disappoints.
It's okay. Okay.
What? Is she in the universe?
Mom.
Love the keyboard. Got the Mac as well. Return of the Mac.
Mom?
No, that looks like me. What?
None of this is right.
Oh, scratch me out. Don't go towards it. Don't do it. Don't go towards it.
What the?
What the hell? Do you think she's dreaming? Again. A dream within a dream. Wardrobe's now open. Oh dear. That normally means in Dead by Daylight that the entity's after you. Or should I say the killer? When you see that light. Am I the killer? Imagine if that was a twist. Got ourselves a little TV. Seems like Samara from The Ring.
Mom? What's wrong?
Don't touch. Don't
I'm
touch.
here. Everything's all right.
Don't touch. Does she want to die? Entity. Wow. Imagine having dreams like that. Nightmare, should I say, but... What's going on with that?
Eesh. Get a grip.
Get a grip, idea.
In a long black veil, she visits my grave while the night winds wail. But nobody knows, nobody sees.
You can do this, Maddie. Just stay on the right side of the road. I mean the left. The left side is the right side.
That'd be me if I ever drive in America, because we drive on the left side. I think we're one of the only few countries that do it. Presence is required. We've got an invitation to
Is that a
something.
hitchhiker?
Stop. You should never stop, but I'm going to. Who is that?
Hi.
It's like Ellen DeGeneres.
You need a lift?
Reynolds got a flat.
Oh, you're American.
Yeah.
So am I.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you mind giving me a lift?
Yes, I
Right?
do.
Sure, of course.
I
You
actually
can drop
do
me
quite
off
a
at
lot.
Garrett Manor. It's just a few miles up the road,
Huh, weird. That's actually where I'm going too.
so it's not out of your way.
Guess not.
Strange people. The troubles I've seen. You chose to pick up the hitchhiker. Shouldn't have done.
So we're both going to the same place, huh? What are the odds of that?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not all that odd, seeing as, you know, we're already pretty close, and I don't think this road goes anywhere else. So, did you say you were going to Garrett Manor for business, or...?
I did not.
Oh. So,
No need to get
where are you
tetchy.
from?
From
Like, where do you live?
Paris.
From Paris,
That's
do
where I'm
believe.
from, currently. Before that, I was from Amsterdam, Dublin, Milan, Los Angeles, and Oregon. Once upon a time.
That's cool. Hey, my mom's from Oregon. Well, one of them is. I always heard it was really nice. Or kind of a shithole, but like a really nice kind of shithole. I mean, I wouldn't know anyway because I've never been. I'm a Big Apple girl, born and raised. Barely even made it north of 14th Street before going off to college.
Here in England?
No, Berlin, actually. Oh, I'm Maddie, by the way.
Linda. It's nice to meet you, Maddie.
Yeah, you too. Even if I was worried you
Introduced
might try
herself
to
as
clonk
Linda.
me.
You see what that said?
Sorry.
Okay, so what do you do for a living that takes you all over the place?
I'm a filmmaker. I travel a lot for film shoots and festivals and all the other usual Hollywood bullshit.
Oh, wow. I heard that's a real tough kind of job to get.
Easy to get. Hard to keep.
Had to bury a few bodies, huh?
Well, I've had to work real hard to get where I am, but I'd be kidding myself if I didn't also acknowledge there isn't a certain amount of dumb luck to it.
Come on. You don't
Come
just
on,
dumb luck your
come
way into a
on.
successful film career.
You'd be surprised. I never would have guessed this is what I'd end up doing with my life.
Sure. Definitely seems like the kind of thing you just end up doing.
Linda is grateful you pulled over. But will I be grateful in the end of it?
Hey, take a look.
Something about mansion houses as well.
We've come to the end of
Creepy.
the rainbow.
Bruce Wayne's place, isn't it? In the House of Darkness, Geraint Manor, 2024.
This place is definitely a little too,
On the nose?
I was gonna say a little too much like a horror movie.
Exactly.
Funny you should say that.
So, do we just knock or...
I'm not sure.
Oh, doorbell. Maybe nobody's home.
This is definitely when I was told to get here.
Me too. Hello? Anybody home?
Who does that?
It's a good rule of thumb to try every door.
No, you think?
Well, they're expecting us, aren't they?
No way is it.
How did she
We
know that?
just
She's
go
been there
in?
before.
Why are you asking me?
'Cause you're a grown-up.
So are you, Maddie.
Then, here we go. Apparently...
It's no lights, no nothing.
Why are all the lights off?
Mm-hmm.
Beats me.
She definitely knows something. For sure.
Hello?
Let's take a look around.
Hello? We've arrived.
Augustine Lieber. Got my trinkets. I'm guessing there's 12 chapters because we found 2 in the first bit and we're on chapter 2.
So, not this way then.
Hang on, let's
This
go and
seems
look
a
out in the
bit more
foyer before I
lively.
go on there. Might have missed something. I didn't want to go up the stairs. What's with the weird portraits? How could you live in a place like this? It's freaky.
Even I could play this.
Survivor's theme. I bet it's the music as well when you're in the menu as a survivor. Guaranteed.
Really digging these creepy cottage core vibes.
Bruno Stanford S. Business Connoisseur. Behind all good ideas is a plan. Behind all great ones is
Looking
Stan.
forward to doing business with you. Huh. That's today. I
Indisposed,
think
so
we
to
might not be
speak.
the only ones here.
Business connoisseur? He's a snob about business? Yuck.
Yeah, it's pretty edgy. Ms. Lieber. I'm writing to confirm that as per your instruction, I have asked the staff to take leave and vacate the grounds ahead of your visitors arriving. I recall hearing mention that your visitors are all collectors with a shared interest to yourself. If this is the case, would it not be preferable or even desirable to keep one trusted staff member on hand to handle any precious items if required? I recommended myself for this duty and do not consider it below my station. Precious items in the private reliquary. I am only a short drive away if called upon, and you need concern yourself with discretion. In my 3 years of service as estate manager of Geraint Manor, I have proven to be a model of reserve, probity and reliability. I await your response with keen anticipation.
Hey, I think I figured out why there's no one here.
What? Why?
Requested her
I think they
staff
must
leave
have
the estate.
forgot we were coming and went on a trip or something.
Maybe. Do you play?
A little.
That's the tune.
Whoa. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
You've seen a real secret passage before?
It's fairly common for old mansions like these to have concealed corridors, to allow the servants to come and go while being seen as little as possible.
You got some of these in your house too, huh?
Secrecy is a privilege of the rich, stolen from the rights of the oppressed.
Okay.
Secret corridor. No way. The
Kid
Huntress.
must have had a creepy doll on their Christmas list.
Ah, we're back here. So it was a good thing we went upstairs. So rule of thumb, when you see the cross button with the arrows, it means you're leaving the area. So it's worth exploring first. Who's this chum?
Ah, ladies. Hello, hello, welcome.
Hello.
Pink trousers, red flag straight
Didn't
away.
exactly get explicit directions as to what to do once I got here, so...
Oh, he's got a man bun as well.
Yeah, same.
I am so sorry. Where are my manners? My name is Stan. And you would be?
Stand the
Maddie.
action, man.
Maddie. Beautiful name. Short for Madeline.
Madison, actually.
Ah. Middle name Lexington?
What?
Midtown. The Big Apple? The city that never sleeps. Home to the most beautiful of women and fiendishly desperate of men.
Madison Avenue. Okay, got it.
A fitting
Sorry.
name for such a lovely lady.
Creep.
Stan. That wouldn't be short for Stanford, would it?
I see my reputation precedes me. Bruno Stanford III. That's your beck and
The
call.
third.
But only if you call me Stan.
Knob.
Oh, Stan, this is...
Lynn
Ellen DeGeneres.
Castle. I am such a huge fan of your work. I'm at a loss for words. I am just humbled by your presence.
Okay, sure.
Bruno Stanford III. At your beck and call. Only if you call me Stan.
Sure.
Truly an honor.
Awkward as hell.
Truly.
Wow, I didn't realize you were, like, famous.
Famous construct, and I'm not.
Oh no, there I would beg to
Fame is a
differ.
construct.
Your modesty is only outweighed by your incredible body of work. Living and dying by the light of the
I thought
moon.
he said incredible body
transcendent.
and
Blood on the
work.
brain?
I was like, come on, mate. She's like 100.
Forgotten flesh. I don't even know where to begin.
All right, okay.
Miss Castle, you are the quintessential countercultural cinematic icon of our times.
I appreciate the kind words. I just didn't expect them here.
Wow.
Where are you getting them anyway?
So you're really the quintessential cult counter culture icon.
Wait, didn't you two come here together?
Oh, no. I mean, Yeah, we drove in together, but only the last couple miles.
I had some car trouble.
I see. I'm sorry. I had thought that you were Miss Castle's assistant.
Nope, just me. Wait, should I be flattered or insulted by that?
Oh, well, I didn't mean.
I'm just flattered you think I have an assistant.
I'm sure if you did, she would not be nearly as charming as Miss Avenue.
Your last name is Avenue?
No.
What? Did I miss something?
Only that we are at a loss at what
Why
to
is
do
she not in the
absence
room?
of our
She was
host.
literally stood next to
Wherever
him.
they may be.
I guess we should keep looking around. I mean, why not at this point?
Maybe our host has left something out for us.
What do you do, Stan?
Oh, I won't bore you with all the details.
Epic of
It
Gilgamesh.
involves money and fast cars and trading. But nothing illegal, obviously.
Oh, obviously.
A bit of light bedtime reading.
Highlighting stuff out of it. Ideas for a film, maybe. A book attempting to illustrate to Norman how acts of violence could be heroic. I think not.
Huh.
Murder Mill.
Movie poster inside a cabinet. Hey, either of you heard of Murder Mill?
Lost horror
Holy
movie.
Shinobi. You're kidding, right?
No.
Not the only one around here who's familiar with it.
In the
Wait,
castle.
this is one of yours?
It's one of the first things I ever worked on. Super low budget. We had no idea what we were doing. Should never have seen the light of day. I still wish it hadn't.
Why?
Well, things tend to get blown out of proportion.
I heard it was only screened a few times, and each time the audience flew into a rabid, murderous rage.
No, come on.
Don't try and deny it. The film is legendary.
I think people were just bored out of their minds.
Look, I'm sure they made you sign all sorts of non-disclosure agreements, like
What? Who?
the government. When they confiscated and destroyed every existing copy of the film,
Oh, give me a break.
I heard they kept at least one, just in case. And the CIA's got this secret lab called Leary's Memorial Institute where they use it for enhanced interrogation.
How do you know all this?
Yeah,
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
And it pays. No
Source, trust me, bro. Dare you enter the murder mill?
Is that supposed to happen?
I don't know, but I am digging the theatrics.
Here she is.
Ah, good. I see you three have wasted no time getting acquainted with each other. I'm so very sorry for the delay in my arrival. There are a great many
It's
things
Trinity
that
from the
require
Matrix.
my attention at the moment, and I would hate to have to deprive you of my full attention while we are together.
Ah, yes. And speaking of needing attention,
All dried up, are we? We can't have that. After all, you're far too capable of a negotiator when you're sober.
and twice as that when I'm not.
Madison, would you also like a refreshment?
It's just Maddie.
Oh, my mistake. Maddie it is.
Oh, it's fine.
Nonsense. Never be shy about what you call yourself. Your name is who you are. That's important to remember.
And who are you?
I'm
I
Batman.
call myself Augustine Lieber.
Nice to meet you, Augustine Lieber.
Now that we are properly introduced, I must again offer you a drink.
That's okay.
No, that's okay.
You sure? It's very good.
It can confirm.
Yeah, flying and drinking doesn't agree with me. Thanks, though.
Ooh. You can't spike it at least.
I know it's been quite a long journey for you all to come here today. I
She's
hope,
gonna say hello
despite that,
to
you'll find it'll all
the
be
lady.
worth the effort.
Offer her a drink.
Guess that's up to you now, isn't it?
I suppose it is.
Well, I'll show you mine. Do show me yours.
Aren't we a bit eager? Manners, Mr. Stamford. Not all of us are caught up yet.
Brass tacks, Augustine. I did not come all this way just for drinks.
What's in there?
Crack.
Look, I don't know what you two have come to cellar, but I just happen to have one of the most sought-after pieces of rare cinematic ephemera to ever hit the market.
Huh.
Well, that right there is the only surviving segment of film from the original camera-shot celluloid of one Murder Mill. The earliest known work of a certain noted auteur, allegedly. Should be worth a small fortune.
So I'm told.
Hate to burst your bubble.
Damn it. There goes its one-of-a-kind value.
Developed film.
Not quite.
I never knew what it was from.
She had it as well.
You told me I had to bring this to you in person if I wanted to make it.
I will keep the promises I made to you. All of you.
So are they remaking the movie?
What if I don't want to sell?
Well, that would be your choice. But after 40 years of pain, why would you choose to live with more? I have to apologize again, but there are urgent matters I must attend to in my private reliquary. You're welcome to continue to make yourselves at home until I return.
She's almost as tall
I
as that
really
door
think we
frame.
need to finish discussing.
All in due course, Ms. Castle.
Very weird. Very, very weird.
We were so close. I could feel the entity's force, its power pulsating through the steel mill.
She's trying to
Until
resummon the
Sam
entity.
Green's petty act of bravado ruined everything. The ritual disrupted. My key mangled. Yet Frank Stone didn't die that night. His essence was seared into the very foundations of the mill. An endless, agonized nightmare. I had to find the right means to awaken him.
No, you don't. You don't need to worry about that. It's fine.
You just don't get it, do you? You think we're weak? That we're nothing? You make me sick. There's just one thing you bastards will just never understand. You can tie us up. You can torture us. You can put us through every hellish trial your sick imaginations can come up with. But
You'll never take our freedom.
No. My sister? Oh, God. So all I have to do is betray my own sister, and you will let me go free to fight another day. God damn you! God damn you for forcing me to make this impossible choice!
Great acting. I'd rather die.
You fail to see what truly makes us human. I'd rather die 1,000 miserable deaths than betray someone I love. My answer is no. And there is nothing you can do to change my mind. All right, you alien scum. Do your
Alien?
worst. I can take it. Ah! What is that? What are you doing?
Chainsaw Charlie.
And cut.
How's that?
That was amazing.
Really? It wasn't like too much?
No way.
Because I felt like maybe I oversold it a little.
You gotta play to the cheap seats, Jaime. That's where the money is.
Right.
Chris is happy with your acting.
How do we do, Linda? Was that a good one?
That was the best. It is Linda.
Well, let me check the gate.
You can check the gate on these little Super 8s?
No, actually, the lens doesn't come off, so.
Somebody just wanted to show off all the fancy new crap they learned from the film production books in the library.
I'm just trying to take the craft seriously.
The craft! Jeez Louise.
So, are we good, or what?
Yeah. I mean, it looked great.
How did the blood gag look?
Well...
Linda, you did get the blood gag, didn't you?
No.
I mean, it's really all about how Jaime sells it.
I did really sell it.
Yeah, but did
Jaime?
you get any of it
Jamie,
in
innit?
frame?
You kind of see it splash up in Jaime's face a little.
Linda! I
Jaime.
told you,
I've
I wanted
never heard
a
that name in my
wide
life, and when I've
close-up
seen that, I
shows
thought
off
it was
our
Jamie.
Super cool bloody arm gag and Jaime's face acting, not just
Jaime.
an extreme shot of Jaime's face acting.
I was in the moment. I have to be allowed to express my artistic instincts with the camera, too.
Yeah.
And there's no such thing as a wide close-up.
Or an extreme shot.
Or face acting. It's just acting.
Does anyone even care that I'm the director?
Linda, you've got to respect the director. Chris, I trust Linda's judgment.
Of course. Chris, you're the director. But, like, part of the job is working with people you trust, and I trust Linda's judgment on the camera stuff, you know?
Let's just shoot both versions and then we can see which way works better in the edit. And it'll be my way. Because I'm the director.
Oh, God. I'm
Still,
in
let me
charge.
clean you off.
We'll get it on this one.
If we don't, you can just make it up to me in my trailer after the shoot.
What?
Yeah. Oh, it's like spearmint cough syrup.
Yeah, all my gagging was kind of real.
Worth
You
it.
guys want me to leave?
All right. On your feet, people. Everybody back to one. We're going again. We are going again. Okay. Sound speeds.
Camera speeds.
All right.
He's got to do that all again.
And hold. And hold. And action. Fuck! No!
Oh, dude, that is not good.
What do you think you're doing in here?
Oh, hi, Mr. Green.
Sheriff.
Sheriff. Right. Sorry.
What?
How many times have I told you to stay away from this place?
We were just in the
He
middle
must
of
have
a
survived.
A take.
For our film production.
You can't shoot a movie in here.
But this is where the big climax happens.
This is a condemned steel mill, Mr. Rivera. And you are trespassing. Now, unless you want to spend the night locked up in jail, I suggest you, Miss Castle, and Miss...
Dixie. Ms. Tammy D. Dixie.
Miss Gordon. Miss Christine Gordon. I suggest you immediately vacate the premises. And you do not, under any circumstances, set 1 foot back here in the Cedar Steel Mill.
Yes, sir.
Ever.
Oh, man. Sir, we're really sorry. We didn't realize we were doing anything wrong. We'll clear out.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jaime, we've got a movie to finish.
I know, but we have to do what the sheriff says. He's the sheriff.
I don't care who he is.
And we're very happy to do whatever the sheriff
They'll just come back later on when he's gone.
And,
in the evening.
don't forget to clean up.
What are we supposed to do with a busted up camera?
You get it fixed. Finish your movie. Anywhere else but here.
Fair enough.
What the
Sam
hell
does not
crawled up
appreciate
his
it too.
ass?
No, he's not so bad. Usually.
We're not gonna do what he says, right? Really?
We can figure out how to finish the movie when we get back to the garage.
Some good music in this. So I wonder why Linda's so precious about the film. How it all links in.
All wrapped out, sir.
Thank you, Jaime. Now remember what I said, because I'm not going to warn you again.
Yes, sir.
We're coming back. Keep them hooked. That is what she said. A Curiosity on Main Street. Now we're in 1980. Animation on that was a bit clunky then, but we'll let it slide. Everything else looks pretty good, impressive. Oh, excuse me. Graphically, the vans are cool. Could do with a bit of a scrub though. Harmony, not Jamie. Harmony. I've learned someone else today.
Don't be so dramatic.
It's not like we've got a real deadline.
Who needs a real deadline when every wasted second brings you closer and closer to your ultimate, cosmic, eternal deadline?
Gothic. I like it. Hey, what are these?
Oh, I got those for us all to wear when we shoot. Surprise.
Wait, you guys are both acting. So, it'll just be me?
So you'll be like our ambassador.
Yeah, not a chance.
Whoa, don't open that up. I still haven't taken the film out yet.
I thought it was broken.
Well, yeah, the lens is cracked, but the footage is still good. Unless, you know, you open it.
Whatever.
We got some good stuff today. Glass half full.
Dude, just let me be upset.
She's crabby.
Doesn't Sheriff Green have anything better to do with his time? Like, go after actual criminals and shit?
Cedar Hills is not exactly a noted hotbed of criminal activity.
That's not entirely true. There was that whole serial killer thing.
Hold up, what now? When was this?
I was just a baby. I don't really know anything about it.
Oh, you're still just a baby.
And you still don't know anything.
Now, be a good little baby and tell me all about this whole serial killer business.
I know some stuff.
Spill it, lady.
For starters, I think that's why Sheriff Green doesn't want us to go in the steel mill.
Oh yeah, that's where it all went down.
Yeah.
So you do know stuff. And you
He shot the
held
guy.
back, you traitor.
Yeah, because I knew you'd get all like this.
Hell yeah, I would. Linda, tell me about this.
Guess what's going to happen? We're going straight back to the steel
Well, that's
mill.
where it all ended.
After
But before that, there was a
hours.
whole string of disappearances. Kidnappings, really. Murders.
So what was this guy's name? Maybe we should write him into the movie.
Oh, I don't know if we...
Frank Stone.
Huh. So Frank Stone was actually killing people in the steel mill? Like, our steel mill? Where we were just shooting like an hour ago?
That's the theory.
Frank was working at the mill, but I think it was on its last legs by then. Probably not a lot of people around. They shut it down right after.
Who were the victims?
Just people. Some from the town, some were never identified.
The killings were random. There was no pattern.
Like, how many are we talking?
No one knows for sure.
It's got to be
They
how that's
never
linked to the
found
entity,
the
sacrificing in the entity
They
and that.
found
That's
parts.
exactly how it is in Dead by Daylight. Do you know what this means?
Do you know what this means?
That we need a new location?
No, dummy. That we already have the best location.
How do you...
Think about it. Our movie shot in a real-life murder mill? You can't buy that kind of publicity, Buster.
Oh.
People are actually going to want to see this thing. We're going to be, like, totally famous.
Okay, sure. We might get some butts in seats, but like, what if they don't like what they see?
Then we just got to make sure these last couple of scenes are going to blow the top of their heads off. Fuck, but not if our fucking camera's fucking broken.
Hey, why don't you just take the camera to the drugstore and see if we can get it fixed?
So, yeah, the thing is, I kind of spent the rest of the budget on the t-shirts. Unless you know of anybody looking to get into
Jeez.
film finance, we're kind of shit out of luck.
Papá, no tengo 16 años y ya no vivo en esta casa.
What?
What?
Wait.
You want a piece of me too?
Howdy, partner. You okay?
Hey, you okay? What's up?
Nothing, it's fine.
Didn't sound fine.
As soon as Mom got sick, I dropped everything in my whole life in New York to come home and help. And all he does is act like I'm not doing enough. It's like he doesn't even care what I had to give up.
I'm sure he's just worried about Mom.
Yeah, so am I.
That must be his
That's why I'm here.
sister.
The least he could do is try not to ground me like I'm 16.
Totally. What is he thinking, right?
Sorry, I guess I just needed to blow off some steam.
I get it.
The last thing Mom needs is for us to be screaming at each other.
It's true. Yeah, and you've been doing an incredible job. I mean it. I don't know what we'd do without you.
Uh-oh.
What?
Linda, where's the Jaime bell?
Ring, ring.
What's the Jaime bell?
My darling brother
There you
has
go,
a tendency
brother.
to lay it on a little thick whenever he's about to ask for a favor.
No, I'm just speaking from the heart.
Okay. What do you need from me?
Well, we're making this movie, and we're so close to finishing, but we just need a little extra bit of money.
Of course you do. What else is new?
What Jaime's trying to say is our camera got busted today, and we need a few bucks to get it fixed.
Ouch. How much do you need?
$20 would cover it. Just $10. Too nervous.
Just like $20 would probably cover it.
$20. That ain't pocket change.
That's how much camera repairs cost these days.
Seriously?
We're trying to make this thing good, and good don't come cheap.
You guys really need it to finish the film?
Yeah.
Yes. And get some crack.
All right.
Maybe
I'm
some
in.
sweets as well.
Who am I to stand in the way of art?
Chris
won't
helped you
regret
get
it.
money from Bonnie.
Oh, and I get the garage tonight.
What? Why?
Because I need it.
This is where all our
Band
editing
practice,
stuff is.
guaranteed.
Well, that's the deal. Take it or leave it.
All right.
Get the camera
It's a deal.
fixed. Go back to the sawmill.
Try not to waste it.
Don't worry. We'll put it to good use.
Hell yeah.
You all right there? You're looking a little, wiggly.
I'm fine. It's just, what is in that fake blood?
I think it's just mint-flavored real blood.
Oh, it
He's
did
got
say
mange.
to avoid any prolonged skin contact. You washed it all off, like, right away, right?
You don't think it's, like, actually poisonous, do you?
It's a horror movie, Jaime. Anyone could go. Yeah, anytime!
Jesus.
Hopefully there's enough time to fix the camera before they close tonight.
Afterpiece tonic.
I'm not sure the drugstore clerk will even know how to fix it.
Hey, think positive.
It's not like
Yeah,
there's
why
anywhere
would he?
else in town we can take it.
What?
What about there?
I thought that place was condemned.
Guess they got a new tenant.
Do curiosity shops
Endless
even
curiosities.
wear cameras?
There was a place like that near my grandfather's house. The owner used to tinker with all sorts of old junk. You never know.
I bet they have some rad old junk, too.
Your call, Chris.
Curiosity shop. They say curiosity killed the cat, but
I certainly am curious regarding said shop. Eh?
Yes, I get it.
Lead the way.
chose the curiosity store first, so we're going to go to both anyway.
Man, if I didn't know any better, I'd say this place looks like it's been here forever.
And a half.
Maybe you should write it in.
Don't tempt me.
What if the owner's a deranged serial killer who collects wayward teenagers and turns them into antiques?
Then we hit the jackpot.
Check out the wares.
Ooh, cameras.
These look like they've seen better days.
They're not gonna put the best ones in the window. We gotta look inside.
Goods bought and sold.
Too bad. So much for that. We can still help the drugstore before it closes.
And what is it you're looking for?
Oh, Jesus.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
We saw the cameras. We're trying to find a replacement for this.
Of course you are. Please.
Please, come inside, please. Freaky old lady.
Now, let me see. I think I have something that may interest you, if I can find it out back. Please make yourselves at home.
Okay.
And be sure to have a look around. You never know what treasures you might find.
Why would you say that to someone?
Make ourselves
Find
at
yourself
home.
some treasure.
Here?
Have a little look around and find something.
I think it's kind of cozy. In a failed capitalist state kind of way.
Loving the dungarees.
See, could it have been in... No.
Hey, look, it's the killer's mask.
Oh.
Huntress
Cute
mask, I
penny.
think it is.
But all the... How has this place become such a mess?
Did you hear the humming as well? That's the exact noise the Huntress makes when she chases you in the game. For those that haven't played it. I think I've missed a trinket, unless there's one in this shop somewhere. Mr.
Whoever owned this
Awesome.
place before had some lousy luck.
Distant bereavement. Time is a great healer. Store recently passed into the hands of a new owner. Did it now?
Let's say, hypothetically, she does find a camera for us back there. What's the next move?
We got everything we need to finish this sucker.
Well, except the mill. Sheriff Green's gonna have his eyes glued to the front gates. No way we can get back in again.
Creepy. Hey, look.
I don't know what that is, but it looks painful.
That is one of the killer weapons. Look at those tuts. Is that a trinket? No. Just a smiley face. Smiley face badge. Nice set of tuts.
Who would want to watch this creep fest?
Bit weird. Little bit weird. Must have heard that noise.
Ugh.
The Trapper.
Imagine cuddling up to that at night.
Trapper is one of my favorites when I first started playing it.
There's gotta be another way into the mill. We have to finish. We have to.
Excuse you. Locked.
Surely there's something that can help us amongst all this junk.
Go behind the tail, maybe? She gone in there and locked the door. Bit weird. Yep, found that. Picked up that doll. That's the TV. We've picked that one up. We've picked that one up. I reckon I've missed a trinket in the old... in the chapter just gone. There was a door I didn't go through, I think. But we can always go back if we're going for platinum. I don't know if I'm going to. At the minute, I'm just enjoying the playthrough. But if the platinum's not too crazy, I may go back and do it.
She comes running out straight at us with a giant chainsaw. I'm getting like so bummed out.
You're in luck. A very fine item indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
Whoa. May I?
I insist.
It's pretty old. Possible we could make it work, but it's not exactly what we had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
How much are you asking for it?
Oh, there's a tiny little price tag on it, but I seem to have forgotten my reading glasses. Why don't you take a look?
Tell her it says $5. $20. Feels a little high.
Oh, I don't know. It feels a little high for something so old.
It is quite a valuable piece, so I'm afraid I'm unable to lower the price, but perhaps I can sweeten the deal.
Yes, please.
One of a kind, handmade. It's for luck.
Is it a mirror? Use it as a prop.
I guess we could use it as a prop. Sure. It's a deal.
Delightful.
You haggled and received a pocket mirror. That's going to come in handy.
Thank you very
Peeping around the
much.
corners.
Thanks for finding us
I've
a
seen
camera.
Saving Private Ryan.
It was no trouble at all. It truly is such a joy to see young
Stick it on the end of a
people
stick,
so
put it around the
passionate
corner.
about the arts.
You can have a little glance.
Yeah. Yep, that's us.
Have a little glance. She's creepy. She is creepy.
Wait, guys. Oh, I'm such a moron. I told my mom I'd pick up some milk on the way home.
Oh, do you want me to...
Hold this. Be right back.
Wait, Chris, we just spent all the money.
Emergency sock order.
Emergency sock order?
Cursed movies? Really?
Best Left Buried, the dark
Must be a
mythology of the
slow
lost
movie.
movie. Where you can learn karate. There's a long range of lost movies resulting in darkness and superstitions. Bomb burgers, hell yeah.
Demolition scheduled this year. Whoa. Our movie is gonna be the last record of the mill.
Please be a trinket. Yeah, is that the owl? There's the shoe. Waterlogged shoe. 4 names, 4 trials. She tells me not to rush. I think I've missed one in the last chapter. Never mind. Delage Dairy.
Another missing
Benny
Jake.
Baker
I hope they're found.
from Garfield. Fear Trap. Hell yeah. Just because I can. Do we keep going? But how many levels are there? Be here for like 3 hours. Yeah, we're just stopping the game to play the game. Come on. It's getting tougher now. I actually find it easier to get rid of the blocks. Nice and casual, guys. Nice and casual. Nice little break. They're probably thinking, what's she doing in there? Yes, I'm doing what I need to do. Oh, bastard. Come on. Is there a high score for this thing?
Yes.
8-bit hero.
Dust
Got a trophy.
Jaime's high score.
We're rocking and rolling. Had to be a reason to play this, wouldn't there? That'll do. I win, I win, I win.
I could so find a place for these in Murder Mill.
Put them, they go
we
bang.
had any cash to spare, which we absolutely do not.
Did we open that one? Oh no, we did get the shoe. It looked like an ammo. So we are getting them in order. That's cool. Just helping myself to a coffee, don't mind me.
Hey, Chris.
Robert! Wait, I thought you worked at the library.
Wait, how would you know? Don't think I ever saw you come in.
I got spies everywhere, man.
So, Linda.
Busted.
You can always come in yourself, you know. Books don't bite.
Linda's the bookworm. I'm more of a movie worm.
I don't think that's a real kind of worm.
Neither's a bookworm.
So we're about to close in like 2 minutes, so...
Oh, right, yeah. Ring me up.
All right, that'll be 25 cents.
Awkward.
Okay.
Yeah, you sure don't see coin like this working in the library. Actually, you don't see any coin. It's volunteer hours.
Not so bad if you like to read, I guess.
True. We've got a rad horror section, too.
Didn't know you were a horror guy. Just books?
Movies, comics, too.
He's gonna
Whatever
be
I
tagged
can
along.
get my hands on.
You know, Jaime and Linda and I are all making a horror movie down at the old Cedar Steel Mill.
No kidding.
We could always use an extra hand if you're into that kind of thing.
Super into it.
But
Does my dad know you're going into the mill? He watches that place like a hawk.
Sheriff's his dad.
Yeah, we had a little run-in with him today, but we're gonna sneak back in to shoot the rest.
He's right there.
Man. I would love to be involved.
Involved in what?
Hey, Dad. Yeah, Chris was just telling me about a
We're putting together a fundraiser.
to show movies at the library.
Okay. You need a ride home?
Oh, yeah. Let me just get my bag.
Just didn't fuck a man with my son. Awkward as hell.
Chris. I'm sorry I was a little harsh with you and your friends before. I just wanted to make sure you're taking me seriously.
I get it. They told me about Frank Stone. Gotta be a lot of demons in a place like that.
When you spend enough time in my line of work, you realize every place has got its demons. You ready? Take care.
Hey. I can get you back into the mill without him knowing. Just say the word.
Let's make a movie.
It's not gonna end very well. Entity is growing and grumbling. Really good so far.
I have worn many masks over the centuries. Dr. Augustine Lieber was renowned, professional, and trusted. Frank Stone confided in me, allowed me to unlock his potential during those dark days in the psychiatric ward. And now, a new guise, a new timeline, a new chance.
She was Augustine.
Giving them the camera, I admit, was unfair, even for me. They couldn't know what power they held in their hands, nor what cruelty awaits them in the steel mill. But what true creator wouldn't suffer for their art?
No way. She was Augustine. Just giving them like an evil prop. Damn. These walls have eyes. Chapter 4. Just wait for the little save icon, I think. It's really clever. She's going to flick in between two timelines.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Guess I just dozed off a bit. Wait, what happened to Augustine again?
She left.
Left?
She said she had to do something very urgently in her private reliquary.
Hey, now that we're all awake again, can we forget about Augustine for a minute and talk about the 1,000-foot-long elephant in the room?
1,000... oh.
1,000 feet is the average length of film in a movie.
Oh.
Guess we were all playing it close to the vest before. Huh.
It's not my film. I just worked on it. Didn't direct it. It's not even on my official filmography.
I meant how we were all holding back about our film strips.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
Right.
Whether you take credit for it or not, it's definitely the most infamous project that's associated with you. Cursed film collectors have been unsuccessfully searching for any trace of it for years. And now we are all here, each with our own little slice of a mysterious pie.
Get the pie?
It's a pretty big deal.
So, all of our film strips, they're part of this movie you and your friends made, Linda?
If they're not fakes, yeah.
Mine's not fake.
I
And
reckon
all
in
that
this
stuff you said
timeline,
about it being cursed?
Augustine is trying to get the entity to come back to life.
interrogation,
I reckon
total
it fails with
dissociation
these
in
guys,
reality.
but she takes the
Because
camera
it's so rare,
and the
only a few
film,
people know for
puts it all
sure.
together, and
So-
it somehow links with the entity reviving or
wants to
Frank
only
Stone
know for having
reviving.
pieces of it.
So when they turn on the camera,
You're
the
gonna have to pay up.
teenagers back in time,
Why do
or
you
ahead of
think she
time, should I
wants it
say,
so bad? I mean, it's not.
it's going to
really
activate something that
cursed, right?
failed in this section of the
I prefer
timeline.
not to dwell on the past. You're here, someone's offering
Because
to
Linda's
buy our
old
sections of the
there, but
film.
Augustine was old
That's all I'm
in
concerned with right now.
when
Providence
Linda
goes
was
a
old,
long way
young.
towards
So
a
how does that
successful
work?
sale.
So do motives. I don't know about you, but I would.
She did
very
say about
much like
merging
to
the
know why
timelines, though,
Augustine
didn't
is
she?
so
About
desperate to get
changing
her
fate
hands
and
on
stuff
this
like that.
film.
Well, first rule of business is to gather every bit of intel you can on your opponent. And I don't know about you two ladies, but I have been itching to get a little look-see around this big old house of curiosities.
Are we
big old
allowed
ash.
to look around?
What do you say, director? Want to keep sitting around?
I
or
say get rid of your
wanna
man
peek
bun,
behind the
son.
curtain?
What are you waiting for? Dismissive, I'm good here.
What are you waiting for?
She looks like Ellen DeGeneres.
Well, now this is a real bold statement kind of room. You know what I mean?
Wow.
New Augustine got cash, but not like this kind of cash.
Sounds like you didn't scout your mark as well as you thought.
In business, we don't call them marks.
Hustling is a racket, not a business.
I wouldn't underestimate my scouting skills, if I were you. A lot rattling around up here that could be mutually beneficial.
Okay. Then tell me everything you know about Augustine.
Augustine Lieber, elite collector of obscure cultural artifacts. She pretends to be all business, but
So does
plays
she
the long
steal
game
the
with
shop?
cards close to the vest.
Oh.
She's hard to pin down.
And?
She ends up with a curiosity
Since I
shop, doesn't she?
arrived, I've kept my eye on things. Observations, behavior, decor. I've been building a profile.
Which is?
Lieber is no ordinary collector. She likes the dark stuff. The really dark stuff. She'll stop at nothing to get it.
Very impressive.
Always a cult, always a mad person
Okay.
involved.
Now it's your turn.
My turn for what?
Told you what I know, and now you go.
I think you pretty much covered it.
Hey, just catching up. So, what have you guys found?
Not much.
Nothing, just yapping.
But the night's young.
Not as young as you think. Let's keep looking around.
Explore the atrium. Yeah. Right, gang. I think that's an amazing place to stop. So, lots of questions, not many answers at the minute, but obviously it's going to build up to something unique. We've got the cutting room floor, so what I'm planning on doing is playing through the whole game as fresh as I can, as unedited and as unhinged and stuff like that as I can. And then I'm probably going to look at the trophies. If there is stuff in there that I could go back and do via the cutting room floor, I'll probably go back and just change a few things, change a few decisions, get the trophies, and also just to play out what kind of decisions change things and what happens. Like even in the beginning, what happens if you don't save the baby? What does Sam die? How does that impact the story later on? Because you see Sam with his son and he's warning the kids not to go to the sawmill. I absolutely love that they've integrated the sound effects, the killers, the atmosphere, and some of the sections, just the lighting and stuff like that from Dead by Daylight. It's absolutely alive and kicking in the game. When it said like from the creators and the universe of Dead by Daylight, I expected it to just have the odd character or the odd killer, but it's literally weaving the world of Supermassive games with Dead by Daylight, and they're both fantastic things to experience in and themselves, let alone in a merged format like this. So I'm really, really enjoying it. Great experience so far. I think there's about 12 chapters, if I'm guessing right, just looking at the trinkets. There's 12 in total. We're on chapter 4 now. So we're already kind of edging a third of the way into the game. These kind of games don't last hours and hours and hours anyway. We could probably get this done in 3 or 4 sessions. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting one. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the format. Let me know what you think of the game in the comments. And stay tuned, stay locked in, subscribed and liked and all that jazz. Until the next one and until the next time. Thank you for checking me out, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.